10th of February, Rabbi Moore, Parsha Hashavua with Rashi Tetzaveh.
Oh, okay, great.
Okay. Sorry, a little bit late. Okay, let's go. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Why can't I hear you?
Oh,
Oh, yes, I would. Okay. Okay.
okay.
Very good. So, Lou, after yesterday's lunch, you have an appetite for a bit of Chumash Rashi.
I do, yes. We didn't actually have lunch. We just got together and sat outside in the cafe. But it was nice seeing them. They're good friends that we've known for like 40 years.
Wow.
Okay, let us continue. Okay. We finished Pasuk Dalet. Yeah, we're up to Pasuk Hey. Lou, would you like to read?
Sure. Let's see. Hey, V'heim yikhu es hazahav, v'es haticheles, v'es ha'argaman, v'es to'alas
Tolaas Hashani.
Tolaas hashani, v'es hashesh. So it means they will take gold and the gold
Right.
and the turquoise and the purple and scarlet. Scarlet, just let me let Yechiel in. The scarlet hasheni.
Hashesh.
Well, before that,
Tolaas Hashani, I'm sorry.
Hashani.
Hashani.
What's shani?
Shani means scarlet.
What's tola?
Tolaas Hashani means it was derived from a certain worm which excreted this scarlet dye.
Okay, so worm excretion.
Yeah, I guess you call it.
Tolas is worm juice.
Rashi mentioned this before in the beginning of Parsha's Truma, beginning of last week's Parsha. Rashi said it's a dye. Let's see, where does Rashi say it? Where is it? Actually, Rashi doesn't say anything until Hashani. But Rashi said on the it means it was wool dyed with this color.
Wool dyed with red worm juice.
Yeah.
And the linen.
Right.
So let's see, that's 5. V'heim yikhu, and they shall take. Osam hachmei lev she ya'asu ha-begadim. Those whose wise heart will make the garment.
Those wise-hearted people, sheyasu habgadim, who will make the clothing, they shall yekablu min hamisnadvim.
Those wise-hearted people. Oh, I see. Osam hachmei lev. I see. Those of wise heart, those wise-hearted people. I see. I'm sorry. Yikablu min ha misnadvim es hazahav ve'es hatecheles. Shall receive from the
This
donors.
This Nadvim is interesting. It means the donors.
The gold and the turquoise wool.
Right, etc.
Mehem es habigadim, to make from them the garments.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Misnadi means the donors, the contributors. Right.
So is this the reason why we're not permitted to wear shatnez, because it was used for the kahuna?
No, that's not what. What the amazing thing is that even though there's normally you don't find that in particular situations the Torah permits something which is normally forbidden.
Mm-hmm.
But with the Bigdei Kahuna, the Torah says explicitly that you can wear the mixed. The idea behind it is that's very interesting. I don't know if it's available. I have available right now. Across Gedolos on Bereshis. One of the Rishonim says this, the idea, I think it's the Ramban. If you hold on 1 minute, I'll bring a Bereshis. He says that basically wool is an animal product and linen is a vegetable product.
Oh.
And the two of them don't get on.
Mm-hmm.
That's the basic idea. If you hold on 1 second, I'll bring him across to do this and I'll see inside. 1 second.
Okay. That's interesting.
I think there's also something about Cain and Hevel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that they brought wool and linen.
Oh.
One of them brought wool, the other one brought flax.
Mentioned here with regard to the incident with Cain and Hevel. That Cain brought his korban from the produce of the ground, right? And Hevel brought it from animals. So just let me see a second. Where is it? don't find it here. I don't find it here. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. I just noticed now the Yonasan ben Uziel says that when did they bring a korban? What day was it? It was on the 14th of Nisan. Why it's called Sof Miketz Yomim. Okay, anyway, I'm not going to go into it now. That's a different
Okay.
story.
I was just curious. Okay. Thank you.
Somewhere, one of the Rishonim says that's the difference because Cain brought from the Priya Adamo, brought it from flax. That says that he brought it from, and Hevel brought from animals. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's see the Rashi. We did the Rashi here. Yeah. Okay, let's go into Pasuk Vav.
Okay. Yasu et ha'ephod zahav techelet ba'argaman tolat shani v'sheish mashzar ma'aseh choshev. Okay, so you will make a gold
Shall
ephod.
make. They shall make the
They
ephod.
shall, right, okay, v'yasu. Okay, they shall make the gold ephod. Techelet is purple? No,
This is aquamarine. That's how I
it's
translate it.
aquamarine.
It's like a
Okay,
blue-green.
the blue-green
A sea
wool.
color.
Ah, okay. And argaman is the purple wool. Tolat shani is the scarlet wool.
Okay.
Sheish, that's the linen, we said?
That.
Okay, mashzar.
Mashzam means twined.
Oh, twined, okay, twined linen. Okay. Maaseh, the
Choshev. Maaseh Choshev.
Maaseh is the doings, I guess, the workings of.
Right. The work
Okay.
of a Choshev, which really, this Rashi is going to explain, means in this context, Choshev means somebody who thinks. But in this sense, it means an expert weaver.
Oh, okay.
That's the word choshesh,
Choshev.
Shave.
choshev.
Yeah, from
Expert
Lakshov
weaver.
to think. Okay. That is very interesting.
Expert weaver, okay.
Okay, so let's go to the Rashi. V'yasu et ha'ephod. They will make the ephod. Okay, imbati lefaresh ma'aseh ha'ephod v'ha'choshen al seder hamikraot. Okay, so if I came, lefaresh, what to explain the making of the ephod and the choshen, I'll say der hamikrot, by the order of the readings.
Mikros means the verses.
Oh, okay, so the order of the verses. Hare,
Hooray.
Perusham Parakim. Their explanation, Parakim.
It come out disjointed.
Oh, disjointed. Okay. The Yishgeh HaKoreh B'Tserufan. And the reader, one who reads,
Yishkia means Lashon Shkoga. The reader may err.
make an error. Okay. B'Tserufan. In joining them together?
In piecing the details together.
Okay, joining the details together. Lekach ani kotev ma'asehem kimot hu. So therefore, I am writing the ma'asehem, their
The actual way they were made.
the way they were made. Let's see, like kimot shehu.
Means as it was.
Oh,
The
as it
actual
was.
way, and actually the way it was made, Kamoshu in the way it actually was.
Oh, the way it was. Okay. The Achar Kach Afaresh al Seder Hamikraot. And after,
You skipped Lama'an.
oh, Lemanya Roots HaKoreh. Oh, okay.
Right.
Thank you, Lou. Lemanya Roots HaKoreh Vo. So that the one that reads, okay.
We'll be
Can
able
run
to
in it?
read it, right?
Run it.
We're able to run through it, literally.
Oh, run
That
through
the
it.
reader will be able to run through it. So I rather say translate in order that the reader may be able to read it quickly and easily.
Okay.
Easily is added in brackets.
Okay.
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 ואחר כך,
And after, I will explain these
the details.
okay, in the way of the verses, order of the verses, okay. Okay, ha'efod asui kamin sinar shel nashim rochvot susim. Okay, so the ephod was made like a type of apron, right? That's what we said sinor was. Of the women who ride horses. Okay. The
This is what I
Hoger,
mentioned before.
yeah, we saw that.
David
Okay.
also come in sinas, like an apron of the women who ride horses.
Ride horses.
The
Okay.
choiga oiseh ma'achorov, he
The choiga.
girds it upon him from behind.
Oh, girded from
Neged
behind.
lipo, literally means facing the heart, meaning where he ties it in the front is a point corresponding to the heart, means it's close to the heart, meaning on the same level. Lemata me'atzilov, but it's actually not tied against the heart, but it
under his arms? No.
yeah, lemata me'atzilov means below his elbows.
Oh.
Atzilov, yeah, atzilov are his, I'm sorry, beneath his armpits. Let me see.
You sure my English says elbows?
Yeah, there's actually machlokas what it means, but I think it means beneath his, yes, below his elbows, correct.
So that means if he's holding his hands down, that where the elbow is.
I'll show you in 1 second.
Okay. Thank
No, I
you.
have a picture.
Yeah, it's a very interesting thing. I'll show you by standing up. Yeah.
So if you stand up where your elbows are, that's where.
So it's a very interesting, and the way the body's made, everybody, his elbows are corresponding always to the waist.
Ah.
However long arms he has, the elbows are always corresponding to the waist.
Interesting.
See, so over here like this. So he tied it right over here, not below over here,
Mm-hmm.
as you have where your belt is or whatever, around here, but it was higher up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he says Keneged Liboy, because it's closer to the heart. Is the heart. And he tied it, let's say, around over here. That's where it was tied.
Wow. Okay. Very interesting. Okay.
It says actually Mata Me'atzilov, below the elbows. So the elbows over here, just like actually maybe a little bit further down over here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's the fourth button. I already showed you the third button. Let's say it's the fourth.
It's the fourth button.
Okay.
Okay. Rachbo kamidat rochav gabo shel adam bioter. So the width is like the measures the width of the gavo, the back of man, back of a man.
No, the width is the width of the back.
Okay.
Okay.
And more, the yoter.
A little bit more. That's what I mentioned to you yesterday when it says it came up a little bit towards the front.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Very interesting. Okay. Umagia ad akevav. And it reached
Down to
until
his heels.
his heels. That's from Yaakov.
His
the heel.
heels. Right, to his heels, sorry.
To his
Down to
heel.
his heels.
Okay. So that was the ephod, right? Yes. The ha-cheshev mechubar birosho. Oh, did I miss something? Hold on.
No, I
No.
don't think so.
Okay. The ha-cheshev mechubar birosho. So the cheshev was connected to his head.
Attached, right? Was attached at the
Oh,
top.
attached to his.
At the top of the apron part.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I think Lou showed us that. Okay. Al Pnei Rachbo say oreg. Okay. So on the width, the Rachbo, it's the work of a weaver.
Maase Oreg. Now, what Rashi means is that when you say Maase Oreg or Maase Choshev and Maase Machat, these are the terms used, it means the form of material, whether it was woven or knitted, or Maase Choshev was also woven, but it was woven in a special way that it had a double layer. Rashi's going to speak about that.
Oh,
Maase
okay.
Choshev, doesn't Rashi say? Rashi says it over here at the end. Rashi, the end of this passage. Rashi says here, "Maase Choshev kvapi rashti shu arigas shtei kiros ein tzuras shnei abrea doma zulazu." It's a weave of two walls, meaning it's a two layers of material, and the two of them do not. The pictures on either one are not the same. Normally, if you had weaving, a regular one layer of weave, you would have to have that the same picture on both sides. If you had to have a woven material, it had to have two different pictures on one side, one picture, one picture, the other side. You would not be able to make that from one layer of material.
Oh.
You wouldn't think, because by definition, a woven piece of material has the same picture on one side as the other, because that's the way weaving is done. So it means, as Rashi explains, it's made of two layers of material. Okay, that's my Maase Choshev. Let's go back to what we're saying over here. Okay, now, okay. So he says, that the belt part was attached to the top of the ephod all along its width. and it's made of woven material. Uma'arich lekan ulekan. Right, you would elongate this belt on both sides, one side and the other. Kedei lahakif velach gorboy. In order to wrap it around him and be able to tie the belt. Okay?
Okay.
Extended on either side of the ephod as much as was needed to go around the priest's body and to gird him with it. Okay, that was the belt part. Now, the third part of it was, this is what Rashi says now, v'hakesefos. Okay, this means the shoulder strap.
Okay. Mechubarot b'cheshev. Okay, were attached to the cheshev. Okay.
Ephod.
Achat liyamin ve'achat lismol. So one on the right and one on the left.
Right.
Okay. Some brackets
Okay.
here.
Now I got it over here. I got this in brackets. Meruchoke zumizu keshir havdolas tefaya. Not sure if you have that. in all of
Yes.
this.
Rucha code. It's distanced apart.
Yeah, they were separated, set apart.
Separated
They were
apart.
set apart from each other. The
Okay.
distance between the shoulders. I've got a
Uh-huh.
picture over here. I'll show you. Let's see what it means. Yeah.
So these garments had to be custom made based on the size of the Kohen, then, right?
100%.
Uh-huh.
So you
Okay.
see over here, if you look at this picture, you
Yes.
see the two shoulder straps
Mm-hmm.
coming up, and the distance, in other words, where they're attached to the belt, they're also, that distance is going to be separated between the shoulders.
Ah. Very
That's what
good.
Rashi is pointing out.
Okay.
Because, it's not like people, like people wear suspenders and they attach it with one clip at the back, and afterwards it separates in a diagonal in each direction. So
Mhm.
Rashi is saying it wasn't like that. It was attached in two separate places. Each shoulder strap was attached certain distance away from the second one, that when they went up vertically, they would come out and meet each one on one shoulder, one on the other.
Okay, on each shoulder. Okay. Okay, so let's see. So they they were set apart at the Kohen's back.
Behind the coat, right?
Okay. Lishnei kitzot rachbo shel snar. So let's see, Lishnei kitzot at the two edges,
Right.
and the width.
Two ends of the width of the apron.
Okay, very good. Ukeshe zokfan.
That when you put them upright,
yeah, they stand up straight, right? That's like Zokef Kufufim. He straightens the
right,
bent over.
upright, straight.
Yeah.
When you would draw them
Okay.
up straight.
Okay. Omdot lo al sheik tefav, so that they would lay on the two shoulders.
Upon his two shoulders.
His two
right.
shoulders. Okay. The hain kamin shtei ritzuyot, and they were like two
Straps.
Oh, straps. Okay, right. Asuyot mimin ha'ephod, made of the material of the
Same
ephod.
material as the ephod.
Okay, so it's similar. Okay. Arukot kidei shiur zakfan eitzel savaro mikan umikan. Aruchot, what extended, or the length
Right.
of? Okay, extended. Kadeshi, or the measurement of Zakfan, to straighten near his shoulder.
Right, sorry.
Mikan, on both sides.
Separated.
Okay. Yeah, I think he showed us how it stood up.
That it came up up to his the shoulders next to his neck.
Right. Okay.
From here, right.
Vinik
Follows
palot.
the fun of Lamata Mikasefo Na'at.
When they were bent in front of him. Okay. Lamata. Okay, below Mitefa.
His shoulders a little bit. Meaning they didn't end over here all the way up top. They ended somewhere a little bit further down.
A little bit in the front. Okay.
Okay.
Very good. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Avnei Hashochan Kivuot. Oh,
Shoham.
Hashohan. Those were the stones. Okay.
The Shoham stones.
By him. The stones were set in them. Kivuot, fixed. Okay.
They were attached to they were affixed to the shoulder straps.
Yes. Okay. Achat al katef yamin v'achat al katef small. So one on the right shoulder strap and one on the left shoulder strap. Okay. The hamish bitzot nitunot v'rashehem lifnei ktafav. Mishu bitzot.
1 second.
Something were put at
They were like square gold settings. Placed. The gold settings were placed at the end. At the end of the straps, lifnei ksefov, before his shoulders.
Before his shoulders. Okay.
Front of his shoulders.
Wow.
Okay. Now, then you're going to see, this is also what the Pasuk mentions later. Pasuk Yudalet. Ushtei shal shirois zahav tahor mikbalois tases amase arbos. Sort of a kind of gold rope.
Oh, okay.
Shnei Rashi, sorry. Yeah. Ushtei avoisos hazor. 2 gold ropes. Avoisos means twine, braided, or maybe not ropes, but chains. 2 gold braided chains. Tchuvois b'shtei tabois were inserted in the 2 rings, sheba choshen, in the breastplate, b'shnei kitzos rechavo ha'elyon, the 2 edges, the upper edges of the means, on the 2 sides of the upper edge of the breastplate, achas lemin v'achas l'smol, one to the right and one to the left. And what he's referring to is this. You can see clearly. Yeah. Whoa. Let's get me closer.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay.
So these you see over here.
Oh, so those chains.
My finger.
Yeah.
Right over here, you had a gold rope. There was a ring over here at the top of the breastplate, one side, a ring on the other side, and there was like a gold rope attached, and then the ends of the gold rope were hooked onto this gold square. You know, it was just the gold setting. It was like a square piece of gold with hollow in the middle, empty in the middle, and that's where these ropes were to where they were attached.
Wow. Okay.
That's what he said. the two ends of these ropes, okay, or chains, they were inserted into the mishpatzos to the right. Similarly, the two ends of the left so I lost the place over here. So yeah, the two braided chains were inserted through the two gold rings of the breastplate, two upper sides of its breadth, one on the right and one on the left. The two ends of the right chain were fixed to the gold setting on the right. Similar two ends of the left chain were fixed to the setting that was on the left shoulder. The smallest because it was small. Nimtza, therefore came out, and consequently, the choshen was hanging from the square, the settings of the ephod, al libo, upon his heart, milafanov, in front of him. Okay, that's how the choshen was attached to the ephod from the top. There were another two rings in the two edges of the choshen below. Okay, that's, I'll show you in the picture over here. Doesn't show it so clearly. But we're referring to another two rings, one over here and one over here. The bottom of the breastplate. And those two rings, through that was a string, aquamarine, a tcheles colored thread of wool was inserted through those rings, and they were also attached. There were holes in the bottom of the shoulder straps, and with this aquamarine wool string, they were tied. The bottom of the choshen was tied to the straps of the shoulder straps of the ephod at the bottom where they were attached to the belt. That's basically what it's going to say. I'll just read it through like this.
Okay.
There were another two rings at the lower end of the choshen, and corresponding to them, two rings, they were on the two shoulder straps of the ephod, milamata, below, which means the lower end, right below. On the lower end of the shoulder straps that were attached to the belt of the choshen. Okay, the taboras choshen el mul taboras ephod. The rings of the lower end of the choshen were on the same level as the rings of the ephod, sheichvim ze al ze, literally lying one upon the other. And you tied them together. Okay,
right.
With a thread or string, tied together, a string of tcheles, tochov betabois or ephod v'achoshen, inserted into the rings of the ephod and the rings of the choshen. That it should be sheitachtis achoshen dovok lecheshev ha'ephod v'lo yenod v'nivdal halech v'chayzer. That it should be attached. The bottom of the choshen should be attached to the belt part of the ephod. Okay, it should sit like snugly on the belt. V'lo yenod v'nivdal halech v'chayzer. Shouldn't be swinging backwards and forth.
Right. Okay. Yeshkayach.
Fine, very good. Okay, everybody have a great Shabbos.
And you have a good Shabbos too, Rabbi.
Be well.
Okay.